Congratulations on saying the biggest number, you fucking morons.
Oh, mommy, lick daddy's nipples. So, James Gunn answered another fan question on Blue Sky, and the fan asked this: does Peacemaker Season 1 and your Suicide Squad match the style and tone you are going for in the new DCU? Will it shift much from project to project? I'm just stoked waiting to see this Superman and want to know everything you can tell us without spoilers. So this is the big concern that the Snyder cultist jerk-offs constantly say on Twitter: oh, it's gonna be the same tone as Peacemaker. Like fucking Snyder King and the rest of the fucking Snyder cult retards. And I've been saying, no, listen, James Gunn's style for Suicide Squad, for Guardians of the Galaxy, is not going to be the same consistent tone for every other DC film. Every other DC film will have its own distinct style and tone. And this is what James Gunn had to say. It will shift from project to project, and it will reflect the unique sensibilities of the filmmakers involved. Doit! I mean, anyone with a fucking brain cell knew this. We know this. We know that each DC film will not have the same tone as a Peacemaker or Suicide Squad. Superman Legacy is not going to have the same tone as Peacemaker or Suicide Squad or Guardians of the Galaxy. And just because a DC movie will have humor in it doesn't mean it's going to be fucking Thor: Love and Thunder. That fucking dark tone, it worked for Zack Snyder because that was Zack Snyder's signature style. Not every DC film needs to be fucking dark and gritty, you fucking morons. Jesus Christ, like, this is what I constantly hear from these imbeciles. Every DC movie has to be dark. I want Shazam to be butt-raping Billy in the bathroom because Shazam is dark. Like, these people are fucking morons. Just say that you're a Zack Snyder fan and not a DC fan, and stop making yourself look fucking dumb in the process. Oh, these people make me sick to my stomach. So kudos to James Gunn. We all knew this. We know that Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, Superman Legacy, The Batman Brave and the Bold, The Authority, Swamp Thing, they will each have their own tone depending on who the director is. One is going to be horror, one is going to be a big sci-fi epic, one is going to be a family film, one is going to be action-adventure, etc., etc. So calm down, relax, have a coconut smile, and go back to fucking ujiz.com. Oh my god, I love this. So James Gunn posted a art from David Fincher's, David Finch's Wonder Woman New 52, and I love that run. If you haven't read that run, I highly recommend it, and that's the badass Amazonian version of Diana, Princess of Themyscira. Sort of similar to what Zack Snyder did, but a little bit more hardcore. And if this is a sign of what we're gonna get from James Gunn's version of Wonder Woman, we all know that the Amazon show on HBO Max is gonna be badass. It's gonna be very Game of Thrones-ish. It's gonna be dark, brutal, violent. I love it all the way. So again, people were worried that James Gunn is gonna make Wonder Woman. Like, people who think that James Gunn is just gonna fucking make DC just for kids, like, you're out of your fucking mind, bro. Swamp Thing is gonna be R-rated, directed by the fucking the guy who brought us Logan. You think Swamp Thing is gonna be kid friendly? You think Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow is gonna be kid friendly? If you ever read that book, you already know, yeah, the Supergirl book, not necessarily for young girls. So people constantly crying about James Gunn. Get James Gunn's cock out of your mouth for 1 second, all right? If you're so unhappy that Zack Snyder is gone from DC, then guess what? Shut the fuck up and go watch Rebel Moon and be done with DC, because you're not DC fans, you're Zack Snyder fans. Us DC fans, we're excited, all right? enormously optimistic. And when I say enormous, I'm not talking about my fucking penis. I'm enormously excited about what James Gunn is going to bring us for the DC universe because he's a DC fan. He's a comic book fan. He knows this shit inside and out. And you don't think James Gunn has a fucking massive ego? You don't think he wants to be the #1 DC studio head in the fucking world? You don't think he wants to make DC the #1 brand in the entire world? You don't think James Gunn wants to overtake Kevin Feige in Marvel in popularity and make James Gunn the #1 guy in show business? You don't think James Gunn wants that? Of course he does. Of course he does. And if he succeeds, I'm happy because you know what? I get great DC films in the process. So we both get what we want. James Gunn gets to be the #1 guy, and I get great DC content as a return. Win-win for everyone. These nerds, bro, they make me sick. Make me sick. God, you are so lucky I don't have Homelander's powers, bro. Because I would wipe out half the fucking universe. Omni-Man style. So there you go. Hit like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Discord, TikTok, Jazz Cheeks, and let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Are you still like, oh, James Gunn is just gonna make DC films like all kitties? Or do you have a functioning brain cell and you're like, listen, James Gunn is going to give us unique DC content that fits the style of the director and the film that they are adapting. So calm down. Love you all. Stay safe. Truth. Out.
You are an NBA champion, Nicola. How does that feel?
It's good. It's good. The job is done. We can go home now.